Well, younger men don't seem to have a purpose. They stand and fight for anybody's cause. And older men see living as a circus. The ones who stand up for the longest need applause.
For nearly 20 years of his adult life, Michael J. Douglas had been searching for a man. That man was himself. In early 1988, he found him.
I used to care mostly about being right, you know, and accomplishing things. Nowadays, I'd rather be serene than right. There are those days when you have to put on a smile.
Michael Douglas is the donuts half of the popular Knapp and Donuts morning team on KS95 radio. He's Minnesota born and bred, a country boy who more than anything cherishes those growing up years on his grandfather's farm.
We went out behind the hog house and he pulled me out a can of Stite. A whole can for me, Grandpa? Whole can for you. You're a man now. Don't drink it too fast. You'll get a buzz on. That's funny. That's guys' funny stuff. So, of course, I slammed it down as hard as I could. I wanted to feel that buzz.
The problem is that innocent buzz would last a lifetime. In later years, Michael Douglas would become an alcohol and drug abuser. It was all part of covering up all those things that go wrong in life, including a 17-year marriage that wasn't working.
But booze and drugs always work. Always. You always know just about exactly what's going to happen. The pain is going to go away. If you pour that shot of whiskey, snort that line of cocaine, fire up that joint, or take that Valium, you pretty much know what's going to happen.
Today, Michael doesn't cover up his mental pain with chemicals that made him weak. Instead, he uses physical pain to make him strong.
I love that.
It also slims him down. Not too many years ago, he weighed 196 pounds. Now he's trimmed to a sleek 165.
This is Abledinger, my personal trainer, Diane, who's helped me with my weight loss program and my deep-rooted farm boy spirituality. Thank
And
you.
you're doing a good job.
Thank you very much, yes. Back on the air.
He has discovered what he calls his new spirituality, and just in the nick of time.
Let me just say this much, that about 2 years and 2 months ago, I was sitting on the floor up there with a long barrel 45 in my mouth. And I really believe that when it gets going, you know, and it really starts to run with you and you kind of lose yourself, that really all you're doing is committing slow suicide. I really believe that. That's how bad it got.
The eagle, suffering from an internal infection, could hardly fly and was so weak it was unable to find its own food when it was found by a biologist and brought here to the University of Minnesota Raptor Center.
For 20 years, Donuts was like an injured eagle who couldn't fly, and he was looking to his spirit deep inside himself to help him spread his wings. And when his spirit finally answered, it couldn't have happened at a more appropriate place than here. These are 40 acres of an eagle's paradise, the St. Croix Valley, and Michael's home.
If there was ever a place where you would find your true sense of who you really are, then this would be the place.
I get more answers out there listening to pine trees than I do by listening to people blah, 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 like in bars or at the bowling alley. If you're looking for answers, you got to find them within, and I think that's what helps me.
On a clear day, you can see the Hazelton Drug Treatment Center's water tower out on the horizon. It was Hazelton that finally got Donuts on the road to recovery. But it was an eagle that got him to Hazelton. It happened one day in early 1988 while listening to the pines with his horse Sonny.
I was sitting out here on Sunny one day when I knew my life had to change. These two eagles came up the valley, and this one kind of flew at me and kind of disappeared in a low cloud bank. Or at least I didn't see him anymore. And the other one hung a left and swung straight north there and flew right at that Hazelton water tower. I know it may sound crazy to some people, but it was like it was a message to me, you know, go sit down for 30 days and see if I can figure a few things out.
Donuts, who is part Cherokee, took the message of the eagle very seriously. He spent 30 days in drug treatment after that and came back a solitary man, more in touch with himself than ever before, in a place that has become his sanctuary.
Small things are real gifts to me now. I'm just a lot more grateful about a lot of things.
Michael J. Douglas has a saying. It goes like this: I'm not the man I ought to be, nor am I the man I want to be. But thank God, I'm not the man I used to be.
It's going to sound a little braggy here, maybe a little grandiose, but I think I know better now.
But it's a crazy world and I live here. If you can hear me singing, so do you. I'm turning out my nightlight, feeling satisfied. Ain't nothing any one of us can do. Yeah, I'm turning out my nightlight, feeling satisfied. Ain't nothing any one of us can do.